Hi everyone, we are from Web Phenomenon 5D and now we can present that about damping oscillation on shock absorbers. So this is the member of the group. First member is Christina Putri, second member is Wahyu Wijaya, and also I'm Frecia Mardianto. So what is the definition of damping oscillation and shock absorbers? So damp oscillation means an oscillation that fades away with time. Meanwhile, a shock absorber is a mechanical or hydraulic device designed to absorb and damp shock impulse. This is achieved by converting the kinetic energy of the shock into another form of energy which is then dissipated. So how how it works on vehicle? The shock absorber is part of the car suspension system, so it works to absorb excess shock when the suspension system works. So the function of shock absorbers is reduce the effect of rock ground and its improve riding and quality and device handling. The component inside the system first is mount. As you can see on the picture, mount consists upper mount and lower mount. It helps to secure shocks to the vehicle body and suspension. And it's also containing a surface hole part that allows bushing and bolt to be inserted. The second component is piston rod. Piston rod's function is connect the piston to the wheel axle so the piston movement will always match the wheel axle. And the third component is oil. Oil or the fluid that absorbs shocks from the vehicle body. So the last component is basic twin top. Uh, this device consists of two nests. As you can see, this is the inner tube, or we can call it pressure tube, and the outer tube we can call is reserve tube. And at the bottom of the device, but on the inside is a compression valve or gas valve. It's also contain compression oil and a piston that move inside it. So it means the body of the shock absorber.
Okay, I will explain about the work method of the shock absorber. And the method is divided by the two cycles. The first cycle is compression cycle, and the second is extension cycle. The first is compression cycle. The compression cycle happens when the shock is passed by the suspension string. This cycle occurs when the piston moves down and pressurize the hydraulic fluid in the bottom chamber. This is the compression cycle picture, and we can see that the shock absorber is passed due to the oscillating force of the suspension string. This uh, this movement uh, occur the shock absorber is certain in size, and we can see that the shorten the movement is makes the piston go down and pressurize the hydraulic fluid, and then the hydraulic fluid will go up to the top through this large hole in the piston, and then the extension cycle, the piston in the tube will move from the bottom to the top now. And this movement makes the oil become depressed and the oil will go down from the orifice channel. And this is the picture of the extension cycle. We can see that the shaft is elongated and the piston will go to the top. And this will press the oil, and the oil will go to the bottom through the orifice hole that is a tiny hole in the piston. And I think that's all from the work method of the shock absorber. Thank you.
Okay, and now I will continue the presentation about the mathematical equation. We have a figure that looks a little bit like this. After we abstracted the system, and again we need to denote the direction. So we are going to name one step as y. We expect y to be positive in this direction and x to be positive in this direction too. Here we have something like a tire that's bouncing on the road and then the shock absorber and spring and dampen above the actual weight of the car. So this value has some masses. Usually M2 is going to be much greater than M1. This is the M2 and this is the M1. So we are going for the M1, the equation for M1. We use the spring equation that equal to F equal to Kx, and the conclusion is F1 equal to Kx y minus x. And for the M2, we use the damper equation that is F equal to Bx dot. So the conclusion is F2 equal to By dot minus x dot. And for the F3 equal to Kw x minus r. So the conclusion are, the first conclusion is M1 x double dot 1 equal to F1 plus F2 minus F3. And the second conclusion is M2 x double dot 2 equal to minus F1 minus F2. I think that's all from our group. Sorry for the mistake and thank you.